The last recording mode is now available. Revisit and blah blah and discover the new. Okay, it's already said this to me, so I don't know why it's saying this one again. It's kind of weird. It said that on like the episode 4, I think, something like that, or 5. But we are going for episode 6 here. Again, everything seems to be absolutely fine. I'm gonna just do one thing here. There we go. I didn't drop any frames at all during the last episode. Recording is on, so yeah. Camera-wise, everything working fine, so let's move on.
Somehow, miraculously, I was alive.
Alive!
Some twist of fate, some hand of destiny, but I was alive.
Is it a desert?
Strange as this new world was, I knew Toll must have come this way, and it was my task to find him. And it happened like this.
Nope. Sorry, that intro part, like, yeah. For the first one it's nice, but for all of them?
The sun beat down on
desert.
me relentlessly. The heat was unbearable. I was exhausted. Yet I could not stop. I had to go on. For 7 weeks I trudged across the desert. On the second day...
Please, comrade, if we may. I think we can skip the details, unless you consider them to be particularly relevant to the location of Little Orpheus.
Of course, General. We will simply omit the tale of the singing chasm, the oasis of mirrors, the sightings of Toll's Mienk aloft on their pterodactyls carrying parts of my crashed rocket drill over the horizon to Lemuria.
Wait, the what?
Singing chasm?
Not that, but the rocket drill.
Oh yes, General, the rocket drill. But what did Toll want with it? And why Lemuria?
Lemuria?
Lemuria, General.
I am not familiar with this Lemuria, comrade.
Well, that is because it does not exist, General. Or at least, so I thought.
Alright, exhausted, we crashed in the desert. It's also interesting that some cutscenes are in full screen and some are with bars. Something... well, not cutscene, but smaller areas. Like when he was standing up there, I couldn't move. I think it would have been better to have black bars that like fades out so you would know when you can move. Maybe. There are a lot of these small moments, or maybe not. Clonk. It's also, I think, so far, like the whale one is just artwork that wasn't my style. The rest one here, yeah, I've enjoyed. Whoa, okay.
Strange crystals seem to exert an extraordinary hold over the stone blocks and arches. When they hummed, the whole city remade itself. Where they were missing, clearly looted by some villainous thief, the city was fallen to ruin. It was like a vast musical instrument, vandalized, and yet still attempting to toot.
Right, so here we can... you can buffer the slide input, that was fun. Here we need to slide... Yoof. Definitely an interesting color scheme here, works fine, so... huh. But still, the game is very, very simple. It is definitely a story more than a game.
I am sure our engineers would be fascinated and baffled in equal measure. If the whole department hadn't been arrested for sedition last week, I would happily convey it to their skeptical ears.
Sedition? Really?
How poetic.
What?
I am sure our engineers would be fascinated and baffled in equal measure. If the whole department hadn't been arrested for sedition last week, I would happily convey it to their skeptical ears.
Sedition, General? Really?
Oh.
It is unfortunate news indeed.
I am joking, comrade.
Okay. And here we need to do something, maybe? There was no real chase scene in the submarine, just a little bit, but that was a simple one. Which time we went there, alright. Come on, move it, move it. So why can I sneak? Oh, okay, now I see. It's those ones again with the weird death ray.
Oh yes, the Menk for here, all right. Which meant whatever dastardly scheme Toll had, it was to be enacted on these burning sands.
And you will explain this in due course, I imagine.
Of course.
Eminently, General. What you need to know first is this. I have told you already how parts of the devices the enslaved Menk were forced to wear came from the surface.
Radio parts and so on, yes, from what you have told me. Assuming there were plenty of lost ships in the ocean as you claim, for Toll to have dredged up what he needed to assemble them.
Aha, good. You are one step ahead of me, General.
I said assuming.
Of course, assuming. Now, as I gazed in awe at the buildings rising and falling around me, I realized that the other major component of those mind-controlling helmets was crystal. Toll had raided Lemuria for them. He knew the city. He knew the crystals could amplify vibrations and waves, and was using them to boost the signal of the radio parts to exert his control over the MILF. Which meant...
This reminds me of Supraland 6 inches under. If you play that and come to the end, you might get the reference. Let's not spoil it if you haven't played it.
Yes?
Imagine what such amplification could achieve when fused to the finest atomic science our great Soviet civilization has produced.
Wait. I do not understand. You said Toll was planning on using the bomb to shatter the Earth's crust to return to the surface.
A tragic mistake, Jim. I had not recognized the extent of his mad ambitions.
You mean to imply Toll would have attempted to enslave the Russian people? Pah! The will of the Soviet citizen is mighty and strong.
To you, perhaps, as a trained warrior. But consider, perhaps instead, a humble son of a toy maker from Tomsk.
Ah, yes. Perhaps we have our share of...
Do I need to sneak here or... Well, I need to sneak here at least. Do I need to sneak out? Grab this one. And go back, okay. Can I make it? Ooh, I can. Not up. Okay. Oof. Definitely an interesting angle trying to with some of the jumps there. It looks cool, but it makes it more difficult. Might need to try to check this one on like YouTube to see if someone like recorded in the iOS version or something like that, or the old version, to see how the graphics looks compared to this one, if they beefed the graphics up or
The
it's
vast
pretty much the
pictograms
same.
told of a history of wonders. They seem to suggest the Lemurians were travelers from another world, where a mysterious clock seemed to stand.
That is very mysterious. As mysterious as the location of little Orpheus, perhaps.
Ah, yes, of course, General. I am just getting to that.
I could use maybe like something soft to stand on than just a floor in the future here. We'll see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. That I guess works. Huh? Oh, there. Okay, okay. I think I wanna wait one cycle here. Or... Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, right? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Need to go back to that way. And jump up. Oof. Oh. And here we go. Yep. Chasing coming. Okay, I can't jump or something.
As
Something
I bravely
happening.
explored that ancient city, a question was gnawing at my mind. What did it mean that the Lemurians had foreseen the coming of Tol? And who was the man from above that was celebrated as the savior of the Miengf? It was almost as if they could read the future in their crystals.
Cheat. Whoop, whoop. Whoopa, whoopa.
The bells of Lemuria tolled and tolled, a roaring symphony, a crescendo of peals that set the city dancing, each note causing the crystals to shimmer and cascade with light. But the sandstorm was no natural phenomenon, and the bells did not ring for celebration. Something was very wrong here.
Aside from the pterodactyls and the men and the dancing stones and the ancient magical prophecies and the crystals and now the giant bells, you mean?
If you don't want me to continue, General, then I can easily just quietly go home.
Don't think Chepucho will get you out of this one, comrade.
Is it another quick time event? Alright. Yeah. You have quite the time to react, so it's not like they are really that crazy. That's is that the first time they used the B button for a quick time event? Maybe. I think I need to time it, right? With like that one maybe? Like getting... Okay, I do maybe need to stop. Okay, this is might be the first interesting one here. I think I need to, you know, be hitting that. Is it? No? Yeah, okay. No? Wait, what? It feels like it should be that I could stand here. Right, exactly. You should never overthink. They are doing it easy, so you have this one. So here I need to stop again. Why did you slide, little dude? Okay. Yeah. So you gotta remember that it's an easy game. You should not try to overthink.
Through those magical structures, a righteous fire in my heart. I was like Dobrynya Nikitch, prepared to strike at the dragon who threatened my homeland.
Your heroism is only surpassed by your modesty.
On the contrary, General, I chose Dobrynya carefully. Like him, I am a simple peasant. It was fate that chose me to descend to the Earth's core.
It was General Komanyin who chose you to descend to the Earth's core. But don't let that get in the way of your story.
Well then, award General Polkovnik Komanyin the highest medal in the world.
He already has several of those.
I cannot take credit for his wisdom in sending me.
A little bit too much post effect here, making it quite difficult to see, but I'm guessing they're going for like a simulated sandstorm. Is it the more of the same? I don't know if you can get hit by the birds here, but I don't know. Or just there for some dramatic effect, but if you can get hit, I don't know how.
What was once a rocket drill ship, built to burrow into the Earth, was now a mighty vessel, repurposed to blast off into the skies.
Wait, so now I can... There's black bars, but I can still move, which are usually the indication of like a cutscene. I wonder if they messed this one up. That it's bugged with black bars. There's a lot of tiny little weird bug stuff's going on here. So we have another one of this one. Yeah.
There was no doubt the toll was headed for the strange world with its clock. Although to what end, I was yet to understand. But there was no time to consider. No time for questions.
Okay, so we're supposed to go here. Here. Whoop! And whoop!
Paul was on the rocket. Little Orpheus was on the rocket. And wherever they were headed, I must head there too, to thwart his plans,
Are we going to
recover my
space?
drill, and save the world!
So we're going to space now? Yeah, I think they messed up with the black bars after the last cutscenes. But you don't have a helmet. Will our hero
enthusiastic yet disorientated hero be burnt to a cinder by the rocket's engines? Will he be smashed into the rock that surely must be beyond the Lemurian skies? Does Nikolai Petrovich Kamenyan really need any more medals? What was the strange clock, and what could it all mean? All of these questions and more will be answered, if you're extremely lucky, in the next exciting episode of
It's 3 episodes left, so...
Orpheus.
Alright, well, another episode went by pretty quickly, so... Let's see, maybe I can finish this today or not, I don't know. I'm gonna break off here quickly, but yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. I think it's episode 7, right? Coming up. I guess we can do this, we can check. Yeah, episode 7 is coming up, so stay tuned for that. And why do you have to see this for every single episode now that I unlocked? I already know this one. Oh well, yeah, see you in the next video of Little Orpheus, episode 7 coming up real soon.